And you backed away from it? What happened?
When I backed away from people in general, I got to live inside myself, and now we here. You know what I mean? Like, for real, I did research, like, of how I was feeling. You know what I mean? Like, word. I did research. I actually got to make my mom happy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Called my cousin down because he lost his mom. That's the only reason I'm down there in Chelsea. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's there by himself. Bro. Nobody there to clean for him. And I'm gonna be honest with you, God, like, it confuses me sometimes because I met a lot of my family later, but it's like, why am I the only one? You know what I mean?
The only one that what?
Willing to help the women. You know what I mean? Like, they need us.
See, a lot of these things that you asking, right?
Yeah.
Or that you bring it up
I
right
kind
now.
of know the answer, probably.
Right.
Yeah, I hear you.
And also, you the best knower of that stuff.
I understand, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
You know, like I said, over here, you're going to get the tools to move on every level.
I mean, yeah. You know what I mean?
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
But you know, a lot of the things that you're saying is the science of preparation.
I'm listening, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, in the universe, there's, you know, a great amount of potential.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, for various things, positive and negative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, some of the things where you saying like, yo, these is blessings, I don't know where they came from. Or, you know, sometimes you will hear people say they having bad luck and they don't know where it came from. Right? In reality, that's preparation.
Listen.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes, you know, an opportunity can come and you don't even recognize it for what it is. Like later on, you're like, oh snap, you know, I could have bought Bitcoin when it was 55 cents.
True. Like you saw it walk by you. Just like,
yeah, but you know, at the time, you didn't even know what that was.
That's true. That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so, but the various things, you know, it's not luck. You know, because, you know, like I said, even if something bad happens,
that's not luck.
Right? You know, you know, if you end up in the penitentiary, right?
That's a choice.
You prepared yourself to go there.
Understand.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you prepared your reality in that way.
I understand what you mean. Mentally, in the physical world, like you did all the things that led up to that.
You did all the things that led up to that.
I understand, bro.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know, sometimes you might just be focused on doing the right thing.
Yes.
Right? So you don't have necessarily a long-term goal or necessarily something that you was looking for in return for whatever it is that you was doing.
You do.
Right?
It's from the heart, for real.
So when a blessing comes from that, you know, in the one hand you might be saying that it came out of nowhere, but not. It came from that science of preparation.
Word.
You see what I mean?
I see what you mean.
Yeah, because see, some of these things now, it could just be the way you expressing it, right? Because you ain't got the language, right? Exactly, but some of the concepts that you're using is those religious concepts. They don't really match up with what we teach.
Yeah, that's what that don't apply here.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And it's a lot of things going on, you know what I mean, guys? And I know, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't believe in that other stuff, you know what I mean, guys?
Oh, what you mean you don't believe in?
Like, wow, it's been a wild journey as well, man. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, all right, basically, like, you know, we all get feelings as humans. I've been having a feeling, God, like, you know what I mean? Like, in another plane, you know, that not everyone means well. You know what I mean, God? I don't want to speak on it too well to not put things out there, you know what I mean? But it's wild, God. And it's like, I see it, and it bothers me because I will hope it's not real, you know what I'm saying? But if it is real, why would you do that to your own brother? You know what I'm saying, God? So that's the thing. And I would like overall, I'd rather be like, yo, it's me and just be like, you know what I mean? Like that's just a thought that was in my mind. But
Well, that is what you gotta do.
thank you, God.
Because
That was not nice. Like, you know what I mean, God? Like, it's not right, God. It's not right, God. It's not right. And I seen, you know what I mean? Like I felt the intention.
see, here's the thing, right? Every atom got protons, neutrons, and electrons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's got positive and negative. Every atom. You see what I'm saying? So you know, yeah, it's gonna be, you know, opposing forces. It's gonna be all different. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But you gotta remember what the power of the mind is.
I understand, God.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of things, it don't matter necessarily how you focus on it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm listening.
It you know, it might determine a little bit how the outcome is, but
the outcome is the outcome.
Yeah. So you know, let's say you're talking about you know, brothers killing each other, right? Now, you know, if you involve, you know, with that, you know, if that's what you're doing, right, then you know that's your reality. You understand what I'm saying?
I know what you mean, but I'm not. You know what I mean?
But nah, I'm not saying that you're doing that. Yeah. Check this out. What I'm saying though, right now, let's say you're a person that you're out there trying to spread, you know, messages of peace. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you know, you go into protests or whatever to stop gang trafficking or whatever. That's still your reality.
Even the first thing.
The first one and the second one.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, you still dealing with it. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that's still what your focus is. So that's what your reality is going to be.
Until you break that focus.
Yeah, how exactly you dealing with it, you know, is from a different perspective, right? But for both people, right? If somebody gets shot in the neighborhood, both of them is you see what I mean? Because
like they both thought of that.
They didn't both think of it, but they both it's affecting both of them.
Yeah, okay.
You see what I mean? Because the person who's involved with that, he don't know if that's one of his people.
Real deal. Well, and then he got an answer for that.
Or it could be him.
Literally.
You understand what I mean?
I understand.
Now, by the same token, right? The person who's trying to protest the violence in the neighborhood, when they hear about the violence, it's affecting them too. That's their community.
Because they don't want that.
It could be somebody that's related to them. It could have been on their block. It could, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So either way, or you know, once you make some of your focus, that's what you're gonna be dealing with.
Yeah.
So if you focus on everybody else's problems, you're gonna be dealing with their problems.
Yeah, I hear you.
You see what I'm saying?
And then mine will, you know what I mean? Like I have to just get back to mine, or even realize I never had any problems. I would just focus on everybody else's. You know what I mean?
Well, see, mathematics is a problem solver.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
You know, that's where mathematics is.
You
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what we use it for, solutions. You see what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to well, you know, I'm speaking to you in particular, you know, about you know, not just supreme mathematics, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what it's for.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Because see, that's important. They see right now, right? If you get the mathematics, what you gonna do with it?
Me, I feel it's only right to teach someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's good. But what you gonna do with it?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do for me. Yeah. Honestly, God, I feel like really push myself and just like, you know what I mean, sail, see the world. You know what I mean?
See, let me explain something.
Yeah.
This knowledge is not salvation.
Understand.
It's not like you know, in the religious terms, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you meet God, the journey's over.
Yeah.
The struggle's over.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everything,
yeah.
you know, it's time to put your burden down.
Real deal.
You see, when you come here and you meet God over here, it's just beginning.
I hear you, God.
You
It's something how to deal with the burden.
That right.
That's what. And that's
You
what it's
understand
about.
what I'm saying?
I understand, God. I understand.
You know, so that's why I asked, you know, if you get the knowledge, what you gonna do with it? See what I mean? Because look, that's good. You know what I mean? You pull somebody else in.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's how I felt.
You know,
you learn to
but see, here's the thing. That's talking.
Right. What am I going to do?
What are you going to do exactly? You see
I mean,
what I'm saying?
Be honest with God, start a family. I feel. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Start a family and really, like, you know what I mean? Go from like this, from point A to point B within myself. You know what I mean? That's what I'm at with.
Okay. Now remember though, you know, even when you start a family, right? And you said man, woman, and child, right? Now it gives my understanding. But mathematics is still 1 and 9, right? So 4 is culture, right? So, you know, you can have man, woman, and child, right? But, you know, what's their culture? You know, because look, you got families that kill each other.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, you got families where, you know, one member of the family killed everybody else.
Like what type of culture within the family?
They're right. You know what I mean? You got brothers that don't speak.
It's true.
You know, children and parents that don't speak. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's not the culture I want in my household.
But see, but this is what I'm telling you. All these is the things, right? That first of all get decided by what is your idea of these things. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
What is your idea of it? You see, that's why I say you gotta back up. You gotta see the mental aspect, right, of the preparation. So now you say you want to have a family, right? Okay, now you understand, and you know I'm stepping out on a limb right here and assuming that you're saying you want to have a family, you know, where everybody got knowledge of self and everything.
That's my goal. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
but now look, remember what I said earlier, right? What's the preparation?
I have to have knowledge of self before I ask my woman to have knowledge of herself.
All right.
Right? Real deal. That's why I'm here.
Now look,
you
that good answers.
I'm right with you.
Right?
I'm following.
Is that you gotta have the knowledge and then you gotta teach the women, right? You gotta put a seed in her head before you put a seed in her stomach.
I hear you loud and clear, man. For real. Because I thought about that, and I used to make music too, God. Like I was doing like little shows and stuff like that. And there was some girls that it's not about like flirting. Like I got beyond that. It's like they was basically telling me like, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like God, like you know what I mean? Like people been coming up to me saying all this stuff. You know what I mean? And that's what led me here. You know what I mean? But then I try to cut out what people say. You know? But yeah, we was on that time in this world. Like basically, God, what I'm saying is it's been happening to me a lot through my life. People come to me and they see something in me. You know what I mean? And sometimes not everybody's genuine. That's whatever. But you know what I mean? I'm still trying to grasp that. You know what I'm trying to say, God?
See, when you wake up in the morning, right?
Yeah.
You know what you're doing?
What's that?
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I pray. I thank, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thankful that I'm here. For real. Every day, God. Every day.
Yeah, but do you know what you're doing?
What am I doing every day? I mean, on the smallest scale, breathing. That's the
All right, see, this is
creating my world.
Yeah, but see, just now you're talking about you praying and breathing and all this stuff. That's what's that?
I was taking it down to the min, you know what I mean, to the smallest thing.
Even if you take it down to the smallest thing, right?
Yeah.
Here's something you gotta realize: it's people that got plans.
Okay, I see what you mean.
You see what I'm saying? And see, if you don't have your own plan, then you're gonna get caught up as a pawn in their plan.
I understand, God. Thank you for that. I want to go back to my homeland, God. You know what I mean?
Where's that?
That's Barbados. I never knew when I was younger. I just found out probably like 3-4 years ago. You know what I mean? So I had to change my thinking. You know what I mean? Like I never knew where to go. You know what I mean, God?
And what's gonna happen if you go there?
Work on books some more. You know what I mean? Like, that's why. Well, honestly, all jokes aside, that's where I would like to start my family. God. You know what I mean?
All right.
Real deal. Real deal. That's why I would like to start my family. You know what I mean? If it's a boy or girl, give them the life. I mean, I don't know if it would be. I feel it would be better, but you know what I mean. Just a different life than what I had in this. You know what I mean? But this is not that horrible. This is actually beautiful. I had to realize that in the past. You know what I mean? Recently, but I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like the island that calls me, bro. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the beach. I love Hawaii. Like it just calls me, bro. God, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? It's just.
Well, I guess, pay attention,
Okay.
Because, it's important that what you're dealing with,
Okay.
before you just take any step.
I understand.
For that matter, you know what I mean? But let alone, a step towards this knowledge.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because, this is a particular thing, but we're a particular family, right? Where we got, certain customs, we got language and everything, but, a lot of things that we discussing right now is just, that's just being righteous.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A person don't necessarily have to be this, right?
To be righteous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And take on the duty of a captain.
I understand.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's something that, if you make that decision, right? Because there's different levels to everything. We can see a spaceship go out of space, right? But that don't necessarily mean that you want to be an astronaut or that you qualify to be an astronaut. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So by the same token, you got this knowledge, and this knowledge exists, and you might hear people speaking it. You see them doing certain things, right? But do you really want to take it to that level of internalizing it, and living it out? You know what I'm saying? Like, you put in, anytime you put a flag on, right? No matter what the flag is, I don't care. It could be the McDonald's logo, right?
You're a part of that.
Yeah, and to some degree, right, you could lose your life for that.
Understood.
You see what I'm saying? So, before you get involved in anything, you wanna know what it is. So
I was telling my grandfather was over here, you know what I mean? I ain't grow up with him, but I met him later. And he was talking to me about it briefly. You You know what I mean? But some things you gotta go for yourself, you know?
Well, a lot of them other things, right, that you're talking about, I can't really help you with that.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, it's like, I can show you how to play basketball, right? But the various teams that you're gonna play for, you got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
see, all I just showed you how to play is basketball. Now you got to take that skill and apply that. Like you said, this team over here, they might want you to shoot jumpers. This team over here might want you to So, but
if I know how to do everything, I'm good.
Right.
You know?
And so that's why we teach the science of everything in life, which is supreme mathematics. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, the various different things, you know, how you apply it over here, how you apply it over there, you know, all of those things are different.
I'm listening, bro.
You see what I mean? Yeah. The time, the place, right? You know, you can't change reality. You can't, you know, supreme mathematics is still going to go from knowledge to born, right? But what that looks like in a different environment is different. You understand what I'm saying? You know, like everybody might make a certain dish, right? You know, there's some dishes that's made around the world, like rice. Right? But not everybody make it the same. You see what I mean? Not everybody even pick the same rice grains to cook. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, those are the things that you got to do, because see, this is not, we don't have like preachers, you know, rabbis, ministers, none of that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, even the things that you're saying, right? You know, a lot of things that you're talking about, those are things that, you know, that's why you got to build up your knowledge and wisdom, right? Because, you know, that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what you got to use to survive, you know, and thrive. You understand what I mean? You know, and so, you know, it's particular knowledge and wisdom that you might need in you know, whatever the environment is.
You know, specific situation.
Right. So over here, like, you might need to know how to farm.
Real deal. Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, over there, you know, you might need to know how to hunt.
Yeah, I hear you.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, you might need to know how to use fire. You might need to know how to use, you see what I'm saying? All those is different things, but you got to apply it to the environment, because, you know, you might try to, you know, apply something that you could apply at the equator, and you try to apply it at the pole, and it
don't work. Yeah, it don't work.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, not that that's not the truth, but it don't apply in that environment that same way like that.
So what do you think? Like, all the thing I'm saying is more like in a religious sense. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you coming out of you know, religion, you know, I don't know how long you've been exposed to it or what kind, but you know, some of the terminology, you know, and the concepts that you're using is you know, it's a little more religious. You understand what I mean? It's more you know, in religion, you know, one of the foundational concepts is the powerlessness of people. You understand what I'm saying? You know, so there's constantly a reliance on
a deity.
Right.
Yeah,
so see, when you say stuff like, yo, you know, you pray, you know, or God put me in this position and all of that, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, see, we still got to come to a little more clarity
Yes, yeah, I understand.
on
But
what it is that we deal with.
But what I'm saying is, God, I had a weekend right before Ramadan started. It was the March 10th, 11th, that one that just passed. And I had a realization, God. You know what I mean?
Which is?
That is me. It's been me the whole time. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Now what you trying to say?
In a crazy level, like I had tea with this girl, and then the tea basically said to, like, the tea was reading, the power is within you. That's, you know, when you get those little messages, like, and I've been thinking about this. Oh wow, man. It's not like something that I just woke up, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's something that I've been thinking about for a while. But I just felt like.
What you say, the tea?
Tea, yeah, that's like you get a little message with each tea. You know what I mean?
Nah, I ain't never. You talking about like Snapples?
No, I'm talking about like I don't know the name for that. That's the one that you brew it, and then you got a little thing hanging up.
So it's
like a fortune cookie. Like a fortune cookie. But beyond the fortune cookie, I've been feeling this before. You know what I'm trying to say? And I don't want to go too in depth of what happened, but a lot of things happened that day, and I felt it. You know what I'm trying to say, God? Like within my soul.
Now, see, listen.
Yeah.
You got 5 senses, right?
I'm listening.
And we know that it's things in reality, right, that can't be detected by our 5 senses, right? So an example is frequencies of sound, right? There's frequencies of sound that we can't see them, right? Now there's some of them we can feel them. Like if they lower than 20 hertz, right? We could feel the rumble, right? But if they higher than 20,000 hertz, right? That's like dog whistles and stuff, right? Where you can't hear it. We can't hear it, but we know that that's
right. So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I'm not saying I know it. So okay. I'm saying that I know that there's some things that can't be detected by the naked eye, right? You see, once we start putting too much,
I know that's what I'm trying not to do. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's why I came here for the.
Yeah, like see what I said. That's something that is scientific. Peace. That's something that's scientific. You see, we can't just start making stuff up and saying that, okay, because there's frequencies of sound that we can't hear with the naked ear, we can't see with the naked eye, that there's also ghosts and goblins.
I understand.
And you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, see, now you're stretching.
I see what you mean. Like one thing can't mean everything.
Yeah, you're searching for something now that you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, a lot of these things, look. Now you said something earlier, right? That some things it's like, now that you God, but it's difficult for you to accept it all the way.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. But see, look, that's what you gotta accept, that these ideas is in your head.
Oh, I see what you mean. The only thing stopping me is me.
Yeah, not just that, but these ideas is in your head. Right? Because see, look, these are positive ideas, right? But see, there's people that get negative ideas like that.
I see what you mean.
Right? And they say, yo, look, see, you're a little bit young, you remember the Son of Sam, right? Mm-hmm. But look, the Son of Sam, he said the dog was telling him to go out and murder. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's not correct. Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. You gotta realize.
Yeah, you gotta be certain things.
I mean, now he could have been bullshit.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But I'm just saying that he had to realize, if he had realized that no, these voices in your head, man, everybody telling you that, then it might be people still alive right now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing when something happened positive, right? And he was like, yo, you know what? Let me take this step right here, right? And then it come out positive, right? that idea came to your head. Don't all of a sudden now you like, oh well, nah, man, God told me this, man.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You doing the same.
That's
thing.
Your own fault.
Yeah,
that's true.
Right. See,
that's
if it's positive or if it's negative.
Yeah, because then when it works out, you want to say, oh yeah, thank you, but then it don't.
Right.
I feel like you gotta deal with your own consequences.
It came from That's
real deal, dog. But you see what I'm saying? I feel like that's the whole message. You know what I'm saying? It's from me, but I have to accept that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've been so reliant on nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I hate to say it, but you know what I mean? Like, relying on something that's not there. You know?
Yeah, that's what happens.
But I still got through. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what happens when you come out of the religious world.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Is that, they take steps to burn that stuff into your mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The songs, the you know what I'm saying? The Easter egg hunts, all this different stuff, the coloring books. You understand what I'm saying? They take steps to burn that stuff into your head. So, it's hard to shake it, especially when you get to, you say you're 31.
31 right now.
See, now, I was 15. So they had less time to burn it in, but they start so young that I ain't saying I escaped.
I hear you.
Yes, I mean, I'm just saying that the other
you
thing
call it the knowledge earlier.
Right. And see, the other thing that it do, right, is this is just my personal term for this, right? Where I call it, when you reach your 50-50.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Meaning that you had the knowledge for at least the same amount of time that you was in the religious world, right? So, at that point, no matter how much they burnt that into you, it's always going to be certain elements. But at this point,
you've already done more.
Yeah, I've lived. Yeah, you know what I mean. So at this time, I've lived multiples of time. Where certain things that I remember that happened, but
you don't resonate with me.
Yeah, right. It wouldn't feel natural for me to do
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
So I still know peace. So I know it's still holidays, for instance, right? But when they come up, I'm like, oh snap! It's
not excited.
Yeah, it's not even excitement. I don't even be knowing. Like somebody will tell me, like, yeah, Saturday is Christmas, right? Like, Saturday is Christmas. You see what I mean? Because I'm so far removed from that kind of way of life. You see what I mean? And it's not just with that, it's with anything. You know what I mean? Like you might have used to do crime, right? But see, I don't even know those people no more. Like I ain't still got their numbers because I haven't been focused in that world. You understand what I mean? The places where I used to go to do that, I don't even be around it no more.
And nothing from that world is in your world now because you're not focusing.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, bro. I see what you're saying. I appreciate that, dog, for real.
But you got it. Where you rest at now? You said
right now in Chelsea, bro.
All right.
I'm helping my cousin with his. He there by himself. His mom's passed. You know what I mean? But I don't know how long I'm gonna stay. I've been meaning to come here for a while. I just had to put, you know what I mean, like get the time right and be more disciplined about it. You know.
Well, you gotta remember, knowledge itself is on all those levels.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, you come here, you might see the lessons, you learn who is the original man and all of that, right? But, you as an individual, knowing, your level of discipline, your strengths, your weaknesses, all of these different things, that's knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? Knowing your history, on every level.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Culturally, even your medical history, you go to the doctor, they ask you,
got
You know,
asthma.
yeah, what's the different, do people in your family have it, all of these different things. You see what I'm saying? So, but one of the most important things, right, about ever having the knowledge, is that you know where it's at.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So at this point, you know where we at. Over time, like I said, if you come to the point where you like, all right, I really want to internalize that, you know what I'm saying, go through, take up the responsibility of, you know what happened to the founder of this nation?
Like to say, I'm asking, he was murdered? No.
Got assassinated.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And, he got assassinated because, he chose himself to make it his duty to come out here and manifest his knowledge so that we can have it.
I'm grateful because we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Right. But see, automatically from that in and of itself right there, we got to deal with equality. You see what I mean? That don't mean that we got to give our life in the form of, be assassinated.
Yeah.
Right.
I with you, man.
But we got to give of our life, you know what I'm saying, to, manifest life so that it'll be out there for, you know what I'm saying, the whole planet, the way it was out here for us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what we do as a nation. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
What we do is we make sure that each other is on point, right? Because we know that we got a job to do out here.
As a unit.
Right? Yeah, so, we ask each other, how you see the day's mathematics, how you see the day's degree, all that different things. People don't necessarily want to be a part of that culture, right? They just want to know some of the stuff that we know. So, for that, this I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. But that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah, you get exposed to a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I'd rather, you know what I mean? And I've always been like that too. Like, when I was with my grandfather, like, I learned better directly from someone, you know what I mean? And hands-on. Like, YouTube not bad, but,
Well, it depends on what level you want to learn it to.
I hear you,
because some things you can't learn through the screen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Like you got languages, right? That people know what the language say.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know how it sounds when people speak it.
Yeah, like different dialects from the same language.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or you might know that shark ate that octopus, right? But you don't know how it tastes.
True, just because that happened.
You would have to walk with sharks.
Myself.
You would have to, you know what I'm saying? And bite some raw octopus to really be able to tell me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, otherwise, I'm just saying something that I heard or what I saw.
Yeah. But see, it goes both ways though. Right? Where look, I ain't got to take that type of time, if all you just want to learn about.
Oh, I see what you mean. Do you want to learn about it or actually do it?
Hey, right.
Yeah, I hear you.
You see what I'm saying? Those are different things. You see what I mean? Just like I said with an astronaut, you see that's a spaceship, right? But that don't necessarily mean you're an astronaut. You want to be an astronaut or you qualify to be an astronaut.
What's the qualifications, bro?
To be this, you gotta be able to stand on your square.
Peace, bro. Peace, bro. Stand on my square.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And by that, what I mean is that See, like all the different things that you're saying you want to go righteous, right? See, there's people that make a living, they survive off of the negative.
Understood.
Right?
Yeah.
And so those people ain't gonna like you doing positive.
You understand, bro.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, you know the vibes already.
Yeah, but see, you gotta be able to stand on your square. That's
And
right.
I think, no, for real, but I think that's what this is.
See,
You know what I'm saying?
mentally, physically,
all levels,
on every level, you got to be able to stand on your square to be this, man. You see what I mean? Because, see, I already told you what happened to the family. So, see, all you got to do is look at the examples, you know what I'm saying, that you already seen him going through, right? In terms of, you know, people saying, you know, look, that stuff that you're saying, you don't really want to hear that over there.
Yeah,
right? But now he got to be able to stand on his square, right? And go out there and manifest it, right?
Okay, understand.
You see what I mean? Like, okay.
Like show them that it is real.
Yeah.
Understand, bro?
You see what I'm saying? You know, and, you know, just various people, you know, you have people that came and offered money. Like people came and offered money to the founder, right? And said, look, you know, we heard that stuff that you're saying and we really like it, right? We want you to come and teach that to our people over here.
And he'll do it. He did.
No,
exactly. I'm glad. Thank you, God. Because it's not about money.
What you think we doing?
Thank you, God. Thank
you told him no.
I'm glad.
Now you gotta go handle your own thing. You teach your people. I'm teaching you.
It's not about money.
Yeah, this is my little mess right here. Yeah, but see, you got to be able to stand on that square against that temptation. You see what I mean? It was a lot of money.
I needed to hear this.
It wasn't $25.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And it was 1963 money. That's matter of fact, I don't know which year it was, but it was in the 60s.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're saying that money would have went further back then.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But the foundation still stayed without the money. Right? He did it without it. Yeah.
You see what I mean? So, you know, when you look at those examples, right, you see that, that's one of the first top qualifications, man. Right? Is you gotta be able to stand on your square, you know, and no matter what. You see what I mean? And so this is, you know, a lot of things that you see us doing, you know, studying the lessons, quoting the lessons, keeping them on cap. That's because we gotta be able to stand on our square in all places at all times, right? We can't get over here and, you know, you left your American Express at home. You see what I'm saying? Wherever you go, you gotta be on point. You see what I mean? Especially in the overall environment that we in, right? My overall environment, I mean, you know, everybody don't want to see us grow and develop and prosper.
It's sad. You know what I mean? It's sad because I don't know everybody, but I know we got a thing amongst all humans where we know that we human. You know what I mean? So that, like, I be trying not to let it bother me, but honestly, God, that would bother me for a minute. Like how you gonna, at any point, be angry with another human? You know what I mean? When you're a human yourself. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of what happened.
Well, I get angry with people all the time.
I hear you, bro.
You know.
Or not angry, but like what's bad? You know what I mean? Like when we see, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's all.
You know.
You get what I'm saying? Like
in terms of you know, how you gonna respond to that? You know that's
the thing.
Where you get into trouble. You know what I'm saying? But not, you know. But you know, all of these different things. You know, see, supreme mathematics is a set of principles, right? And the set of principles, you know, it's gives you a compass, you know, for you to navigate through different things, right? So, what set of principles have you been using up to now?
That's a good question. I would say the ones that stuck the whole time, always being generous, kind, man of my word. You know what I mean? I'll be honest, there was fear at times, you know what I mean? But then I realized that it was just in my own mind. You know, so and then the principle also, like, I don't know what word this is, but like whenever there's a group just standing up for something. Like, you know what I mean? Like standing up for peace out there, you know? Yeah, peace. Like every situation I feel, dog, even before, like, you know what I mean? Like, I always tried to find peace in, like, or be the one to, you know what I mean, calm the situation down, or if I was the problem, walk away. You know what I mean? Like, look at the whole totality of everything. So, yeah, I feel just, my principle's always been just holding my people down, holding myself down, working hard. You know what I mean?
Okay, so given that set of principles, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think you run into trials and tribulations?
That's a good question. Not everyone got the same principles.
Absolutely, but why are you dealing with them? See, all of these is the questions that you got to start answering when you become a 5%. Because all this other stuff when you talking about other people, we ain't talking about that. We talking about you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, there's jails and prisons, right, in America, right?
Yeah.
And there's people in there, and there's people that's not, right? And you know, there's different things that happen. There's mistakes and all of that, but I'm saying, you know, for the most part, right? The people that's in there is in there for a reason. You know, like there's how many other millions of people in America, right? You know, and so every one of those people got the opportunity every day to go to jail. Why every one of them don't end up there? I mean, there's not enough space for all of them. You know, you can say all of that, but I'm saying that they prepare themselves to do something else.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That's
you
how
know,
you don't end up in
yeah, it's not just luck. It's not just happenstance that you don't end up there.
I hear you, God. I hear you, God.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And look, there's lots of people, you know, that look in and out of jail, in and out of jail, in and out of jail, in and out of jail. And then all of a sudden one day they stop going to jail. Like, you know, they just like lie to you like, yeah, no, they've been back in like 10, 15 years. You know anybody like that?
Yeah, I know about that.
You know what causes that?
Themselves.
When they realize that they the ones that keep getting themselves locked up.
And they keep doing the same thing.
Right. And when they change that shit,
they don't need to go back.
They stop going back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's those habits. Yeah. You gotta change your habits.
But those is you know, like I said, you got a little ways to go.
Okay.
In terms of you know, knowing what this is. You know, I ain't sure who the people are that you got exposed to out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, from your position right now, right, the two questions you gotta ask is you know, what can the knowledge do for you, and what can you do for the knowledge?
Word. What do I have to bring? Word.
You see what I'm saying? If you can't answer those questions, right, then you know it's you know, it's not you know, exclusionary, you know, where you know you can't come by. We can't be people or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But
I accept it for what it is, bro.
I wouldn't put the burden on you, right? Of because whoever you say you are, you're gonna have to live that up. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to the hospital, and you tell people you a doctor, don't be surprised when they start asking you to
fix my arm.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So, if you go out here, and the founder, his name was Allah. And if you go out there using his name and you don't know the ropes, right? You don't know the lessons that we learned from him,
someone else has to keep me on my square.
You can end up in deep trouble.
I understand. And that makes sense.
What I'm saying?
That makes sense.
We done
claiming to be something that you're not.
Yeah. And not just that, but see, he was assassinated. So, one thing I can tell you, like just the lay person, everybody don't like us.
I understand, bro.
You see what I'm saying? So, if you go around using his name and you're doing the wrong thing, you're in the wrong place.
They'll try to use that.
The penalty.
To weaponize.
Yeah, the penalty is going to be, you know what I mean? Like, so you think you God, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to see. We're going to see if you really God at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's why you need to ask yourself and answer those questions, right? What is the knowledge going to do for you? And, what could you do for the knowledge?
Because God, let me ask you, like how you said, I don't think it's an exclusion thing. It's more so like, you know what I mean? Like, is this really, I don't even know. Because I feel like it is, I don't know.
Yeah, see.
Maybe it just takes time.
See, look, now that's what I'm saying. See, those two words you just used right there?
I don't know.
You say you don't know and you feel. Yeah, see, you got to know.
All right, to be honest with you, God, I know, I just feel that we kind of, not clashing, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel we're not on the same exact page, so that...
No, you can't be on the same page as me.
Okay.
Because I've been doing this almost 40 years.
Yeah. And I guess what I'm saying is, God, I guess I have to understand, I'm asking you. You get what I'm trying to say, God?
Yeah,
it's something I need to ask myself.
And I'm telling
you,
right, is that we're in the same book, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm in different chapters than you right now. You see what I mean? You reading the intro. You just see in the chapters that's in the book. I'm already way into the plot.
Understood.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you see,
you want to learn, God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But look, everything takes time.
Understood. Because you know what I mean, God. Like, if it feels like it's, or not feel, but you know what I mean. If you think, because I'm coming to you, if you think it's not, you know what I mean, it's not a thing, then you know what I mean. I'm learning from you, God. You know.
That's what I'm telling you.
Because I'm here. You know what I mean? I came here. I skated. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, and that's peace. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is not salvation.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
I'm not looking to be saved.
See, like, look, in this, right? We describe what we do as our duty. You understand what I'm saying? And that means that sometimes it's not pretty, it's not sexy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? But when it's your duty, it's your duty.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when your kid is on the basketball team, and he get the high score in that game, that's the sexy part. You see what I mean? Changing diapers though, that's not the part that most people, you understand what I'm saying? You see? Yeah. And that's the signs with the knowledge, right? And what I'm saying is you need to know all of that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? See, is you gotta know how to be an Indian so you can be a chief.
Yes, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can't tell the Indians how to do what they do. You never been to Indian.
Real deal.
They're
And
gonna
I
tell
gotta
you,
learn from a chief.
Yeah, go chief your ass over there because you don't know what you're doing out here. You ain't in the trenches. You ain't never been in the trenches. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta do the knowledge, right? Because you know it ain't no backseats.
I see what you mean.
Like it ain't nothing where if you get the knowledge and then you decide it's not for you, we got to kill you or something like that. It ain't like that.
But ain't no going back.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, see, you start making decisions based on this. Like, look, see all my kids, right? They all grew up this. So imagine if my kids, right? Like my name is Darkim, right? Got a son named Darkim. Right?
Yeah.
Now, imagine I fall victim now. Right? I go back to the Christian world, right?
Yeah.
And my son's name is still Darkim. Like, how do you explain that now? The kid, my pops, well, he used to be, a 5%.
Yeah.
You talking about your pops that we be seeing going to church on Thursday and Wednesday? Yeah, he used to be. He used to be a 5%.
Let me know if I'm wrong, God, but it's no disrespect. That's going back down. That's going down.
Hey, look, however you want to see it. I'm sure to people
going backwards. At least my life, that's going backwards.
Yeah.
God.
But look, to people that take that step, they've expanded their horizons.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that's what the deal is, though.
I see what you mean, God. Like it would be, I don't know the word for that, but it would look backwards for me to, and look like join and then go do something else.
Yeah. And see, you're not like me, where I was 15.
I understand.
Right? So see, you can make it. Yeah, you can make a decision and then back out.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? At 15.
I see what you mean, God.
You ain't got time to play.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing.
You gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah.
See, remember I told you when you wake up in the morning, you know what you're doing.
I see what you mean.
That's what it means. It don't mean just do you know how to work the computer?
Like, what am I working towards?
What are you working towards?
Yeah, for me, that's to travel around the world and like within myself. You know what I mean? Like on all levels, like self-control. You know what I mean? And like mastering my world, because I noticed that I got it. You know what I mean? To a certain extent, but I want to have it in a sense where it's not based off of desire, though. You know what I mean? Like, or based off of like my previous thinking. You get what I'm trying to say? Because why have power if you're not going to use it for the right? You know what I mean? Like for the right way. You know?
See, and this goes back to like I was saying. When you're using certain terminology like praying and all that, right? When I used to be in the Christian, right? In Christianity, the preacher used to interpret the scripture and everything. You know what I'm saying? And whenever he interpreted, the people of the congregation into the Bible, it was always in some place of struggle. 400 years you're gonna be lost from home and be enslaved and curse a ham and all of this stuff.
These negative things,
right? And so me, probably along with a lot of other people, right? That's kind of who we identify with. You see what I'm saying? And so we took that mindset into other, that was just inside the church, but other worlds that you're going into, right? You're going into there behaving as if you're cursed.
I see what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying? You're behaving, as if you were a slave, lost your home and all this. Right? But see, if I read the Bible right now, right, I'm God in the Bible.
Word.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the person getting smited. No, I'm the person doing the smiting.
That's already,
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so,
bro.
You gotta have that. That's what you're talking about. Is having a mindset.
You know what I mean?
Right. But see, look, these is all the things. But I'm telling you, you come around. That's how we got the mindset you looking for.
I don't even know if I'm looking for a specific mindset.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta know what you're looking for before you get the knowledge.
I see what you mean.
See what I'm saying? Because otherwise,
like this knowledge might not apply to what I'm trying to do. Is that what you mean?
It might don't apply to you. Period. It might be something like I said. What set of principles are you using? Right. See, everybody ain't built like that to use the set of principles that I'm using.
I see what
you see what I mean? Like, see how we don't deal with like the kind of spiritual devil, pitchfork carrying devil.
That's good though.
Right? Yeah. So therefore, right, we don't have that concept to explain away any negative behavior that we engage in.
That's not from the devil. That's that person doing.
But see, everybody ain't built like that to hold that responsibility.
I understand, but that's right. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
But see, everybody ain't. See, some people will crumble.
I had to separate, God.
Some people will crumble.
I had to separate, God.
That reality of having to accept that now you just fucked up.
Yep.
Like you
either negative or positive.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
You have to detach. You know what I mean? At least for me, you have to detach and understand that that's what the person. You know what I mean? Like, and look at the person without emotion sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, what they did is wrong, not how you feel about it. You know what I mean?
Spidey senses.
Yeah.
But you need it. What time is it? See if I got it. Good. Gotta get some lemonade. I ain't got no cash. So one thing I hate about these cards, man. As soon as that shit happening, can't never do nothing. Damn liberals. So yeah, that's why I said, you can check it out, man. You know what I mean? Because like I said, even with our knowledge and everything, different things, you want to be able to show and prove.
Definitely.
You don't want to just go out there. You got $3. I gotta use my card. I don't know, I might don't even make it. Because I turn into a pumpkin in 23 minutes. I gotta see what's going on. Really, man, I need to go to the supermarket, man. Cause I just did some shit, man. I gotta figure that out. Well, actually, that is the supermarket, but I mean, I need to go and get some bags and bags of shit.
I
gotta spend like 150.
Yeah, versus spend like 10.
Right.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
especially in this days and time with the prices.
Yeah, you have to get your stuff.
I got to spend about 150 so I could be right. You know, but I need time to go do all that. You know, I like to dash in and dash out.
Yeah, same, yeah.
You know, but who we got in here? Oh, we got Encyclopedia Brown. You still there? Because you know, really, that's what the original topic was going to be.
Oh wow!
But the brother showed up right here.
I didn't even know he was on the Zoom.
So we end up, you know, I like that. You know, examples. You know, so y'all can see how this is done. You know, be too willy nilly. Denzel Shabazz, welcome to the channel. I think have you been here before, Denzel?
Wait, you didn't know Zoom the whole time ago?
Well, now when we first started, but yeah, this is I have we live stream on Mondays and Tuesdays. Okay. So see, that's what I was saying. Like, you know, anybody can look at it. You see what I'm saying? We ain't got to necessarily go through all this stuff if you just want to hear some pep talking.
That's not what I'm here for.
Sometimes, sometimes people might just need inspiration.
If I needed inspiration, I would have been on the other side of the screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying that.
You know what I mean?
You in the place.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But you said, is there any way I can get connected with a God body in Charlotte, North Carolina? I'm wanting to learn 120. I mean, so, well, it's been a while since you made this comment. I don't know if you're still on. But, you know, God body's a little bit, this is slang terminology, but yeah, there's definitely brothers and sisters in Charlotte, North Carolina. Truth Rules, I got sincere, Phil G. No, you didn't take up the time. They ain't got nothing to do.
I didn't even know you was on that. That's why I felt bad.
They got a damn thing to do.
I didn't want to take away your, you know what I mean? Like I didn't want to take, like, I was thinking the whole time.
See, you got Phil G in here, and he didn't want to do nothing but start trouble anyway. You said, Denzel Shabazz said, to grow from what I've been taught personally, I think it's time to change my lifestyle in order to advance in life. I've learned so far. I recently turned 28 this past January. So your reason for wanting knowledge is to grow. Okay. Smell Goods, Kasim, Jason Rosario TV, Divine Understanding, Professional. Denzel Chappelle. All right, so yeah, you was on a while ago. I mean, for you, it's same thing. See, because what the show was gonna be about, and at the end of the day, this is apparently what's the guy's name with the dreads, blonde dreads? Michael Muhammad Knight has written another book about the nation. At this point, he's made a whole career. He's made a whole career. So, and this is in retrospect, hindsight is 2020. Why did he want to be exposed to the knowledge? I don't know exactly what he wrote his thesis on, to get his PhD and all of this type of stuff. But that's a particular. But at the end of the day, this is the flip side of it. This is the flip side of kind of mass teaching. You know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking about this thing, and it's like it's kind of clever. You know what I'm saying? It's clever to the level where you might be like, see, you stole that from somebody. You ain't quick enough to come up with that. But listen, when I got the knowledge, right, I was taught how to fish with a hook. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, whatever you're going to catch, if you're going to catch a person doing something wrong, if you're going to catch a person that want to get the knowledge, whatever it is, right? We fishers of men. But see now, this is fishing with a net right here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a difference. See, when you're fishing with a net, you catch all kinds of shit. As opposed to, when you're fishing with a hook. See, even if I catch the wrong thing, I catch it right there.
And you can see what it is.
And throw it back.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I cut the line on the motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? But you fish with a net, you catching motherfucking tires, bottles, shoes, shit that ain't even edible. It's not what you're looking for. If you wanted to clean up the ocean, I guess you would be looking for that stuff.
That's not fish.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's kind of how this is, man.
All different people. You can't meet them directly.
Right, yeah. And it's going to be all different types of people. They're going to be saying all different types of things. You know what I'm saying? But, for me, I've been, that never, I ain't going to say never, but that hasn't bothered me in a long time because, we in public.
Yeah, even if we think we're here, we still in public.
Yeah, we in public.
We do.
You see what I'm saying? And just in general, in the universe, like I said, it's protons, neutrons, and electrons and everything. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to be able to take the good with the bad and the ugly with the beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? So some people, they're going to talk about us. They're going to talk about their experience. Maybe they didn't have a good experience with us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'll be done.
That's a part of it.
But yeah, Encyclopedia Brown. Yeah, I was just telling the brother just now. Shout out to Encyclopedia Brown. He actually has some interesting topics that we was going to tackle. I think we're going to get into them tomorrow because we already rolled a little bit today, and I got some stuff I want to get up early in the morning. I don't have to get up, but I want to get up early in the morning and handle some things that'll just make the week go a little bit smoother. I know we didn't come on last week, so some people is probably saying this is some bullshit for us to end early, but sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. But we do have some interesting topics. Encyclopedia Brown has located a volume that I've been looking for decades. He located the exact publication that has all of the measurements that's in the 120 lessons. Like where it says that the Pacific Ocean is 68,634,000 square miles. You know how you look in different, you might research that science in different publications. You know what I'm saying? And it might say a little bit something different. You know what I'm saying? Like you might look up the diameter, and it might don't say exactly 7,926. It might say 7,928 or something, right? But we've tracked down that publication, so we're gonna be getting into that tomorrow, right? I'm not gonna tell y'all the name. You go ahead and tell people I'm Masonic if you want, but look, I'm gonna be Masonic for the next 22 hours. I'm not telling y'all, I'm not gonna tell y'all what the name of it is. Drum roll. See, I'm getting this YouTube thing down pat. That's how you build up the anticipation. You know what I'm saying? Also, like I said, Michael Muhammad Knight has written another volume on us. At this point, for me, and this could be a stretch, but it seems to me that I should be getting some points on these books, man. Like, I'm not saying I'm by myself. I'm not saying I'm the only one, but how am I doing all the building and you writing all the books and getting all the money and being the expert? For those of us that's doing all the building, where the fuck is our cut, man? You like ESPN and shit. You supposed to give us a contract just to fucking put our games on your channel, motherfucker. But I digress. But what I thought about, I mean, it's these things is these revelations, right? That have been coming out, in the last years. Harmony, equality, see, and y'all know that's why I had it on I didn't have the picture on earlier because I didn't want y'all to report what I was eating to harmony equality. Because y'all snitches like that. I know how y'all do. 793rd. But yeah, in terms of these revelations that's been coming out, uh, revelations about Malcolm, revelations about Elijah, revelations about Farr, et cetera, et cetera. They don't affect me because I'm not a part of their religious followers. You know what I'm saying? I was never, well, I ain't gonna say never, but I definitely outgrew the dogmatic phase. You see what I'm saying? And so, for me personally, I always saw that as one of the things that separated me from an NOI member, right? Is that the more, what's the word? Uh, the claims that's a kind of little bit more, yeah, have to pardon me because I'm looking at this latest person. Day one, number sign TM3C. Day one, born day one. Interesting name. Welcome to the channel. But yeah, for the people who, like you religiously uh believe, in these people, you know, uh for some people, I think it's kind of that effect where they say, like, look, never meet your heroes, right? Because you're going to be disappointed by the reality because they can never live up to, whatever's the idea that you have of them. You know what I'm saying? You know, uh, for me, I got to know a lot of my heroes in real time, though. So I already knew the bullshit about them. You know what I'm saying? I thought they was heroic. I didn't never thought they was, holy. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it doesn't bother me. But yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be you rap and build on platforms, and you have to pardon me, but I think the scales are starting to tip. And I'm not saying this to you, David. You know, I'm just speaking in general. I think the scales is starting to tip. Uh, you know, where it's like, okay, the knowledge gets, put into these different forms, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people get exposed to the knowledge. And so that's a good thing where, a lot of people, especially if you got the knowledge after like if you got it after 1993, pretty much, if you got after 1994, right, then, you see Wu Tang as a great thing. You know what I'm saying? This group of prolific teachers. Um, but I think ultimately, uh, what was produced, who was produced. I think it's starting to tip into starting to tip into the negative as far as the impact, and I don't think it's necessarily that was inevitable to happen that way, but the way it went down, it's some of the negative impact is starting to hit a little harder now than the positive. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not seeing too many new people right now coming to the knowledge, right? But we're seeing a lot of people who never understood what we was dealing with, distorting what we dealing with now, and a lot of them came from that world. Not the world of Wu Tang, but just of being exposed to us through music and uh, not being able to separate what was reality from what was entertainment. yeah, this with with flying Elijah, look, when you get to knowledge, you know what I'm saying, you hear a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff. Uh but I mean I just and that's a question, uh Rob Boyne. Why is it the sudden, is it the small world that, because I'm watching the people that speak on this type of stuff, right? So is it that, I'm just in this world where, when somebody does a documentary or whatever they say about Fard, it's like, okay, my ears is automatically, I'm already attuned to that word. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody says your mother's name, you already attuned to that word. So you paying attention to it. We like, why they talk about my mom's over here? But they said 15 names, but because
that name sticks out to you.
Right.
Yeah, that's your life. No, that's real.
You understand what I'm saying?
Life.
So, but it does seem like, in the last years, it seemed like it first was sparked, like it was all this revival in the, we got to find out who killed Malcolm, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, you start seeing all these, people want to revisit the Elijah story. They want to revisit the Fard story. But the guy that because y'all need to check that out too. Now look, they didn't do it for comedy. They're conducting an interview, trying to get to the bottom of what's the real facts there. But Encyclopedia Brown is participating in an interview on Garfield's channel. I don't know how many of y'all is familiar with Garfield from the Dagger Squad, but he's interviewing a Dr. Jam. This guy is apparently an expert on hip hop and the NOI. Colored man, to me, it's high comedy. I don't know how everybody else, but check it out. Right now, they just kind of did an intro. I'm sure they're going to be getting a little bit more in depth. Apparently, the name of the live stream that they're doing is about Islam in Black America. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't think it's per se that they doing Fard, right? But how you going to do Islam in North America without doing Fard, right? So yeah, the doctor is John something Morrow, Marrow. But he's supposed to be Dr. Jam, and right, he's saying he was a DJ in the 1980s, the real hip hop. It was, to me, that was one of the things that was kind of funny, because it was like he's giving a lecture, right? And it's like you preaching to the choir over here. Like, he's talking about hip hop and he's talking about Fard, but he's saying it as if he's informing people of something. And it's like, yeah, you're talking to me. So you think they just invested in uncovering the truth? I mean, either way. to me, I find it all entertaining. But he definitely covered some people. I was impressed that he covered Lucius Lennon, the the Mufti of San Quentin. But when is the next installment? Because what it appears is that they probably conducted the whole interview and then they broke it up. So, right now he's just talking about some introductory stuff, but I want to see what he checked out. What does he got to say about the Voodoo House and all of that there? Also, I think I found out what gaslighting is. I'm not sure though. Is there anybody on here that knows what gaslighting is? Because I keep trying to get the kind of like the gist of it, and I haven't been able to figure it out. I think I got to You said, who is not known for teaching? They are known as hip hop artists that are 5%. That's a major difference from yourself or seniors that have a post at the school and are also in the hip hop culture. I think that's, probably more of a more current type of mindset. You know, uh, one of the reasons I say that is just, based on the people who would just include that as a part of their story. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ask me, yo, when you got the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Bill God. If you ask a lot of people when you got the knowledge, they start telling you this whole story about Wu Tang. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, well, it was 95 and the Raekwon album had just dropped. And I was in college and it's like, bro, where you got the knowledge, man? But they definitely played their part. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, kind of a believer in the preordained. You know what I'm saying? I look at it more as, like I said, preparation. You know what I'm saying? Are you prepared to, take on this endeavor, and then are you prepared to handle the endeavor, once you start it off, you know what I mean, and keep it in the right direction and all of that, because you got some things that it might have happened by accident, but then people made it work. You know what I'm saying? And then you got some things that people plan for decades and decades, right? And then they let it get fucked up. They started it off good, but then they didn't have no plan for once they got it set off. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not that it had to go that way or that, somebody else endeavored to do it. They couldn't make improvements on anything. If somebody did the show over, they could make improvements. But there was that era at least when you kind of heard that. You think so is there any plans? Has he ever spoken with Guthrie? And like what do you think like if him and Guthrie had a conversation, uh how do you think that'd go? Get encyclopedia stuff to her. But so yeah, just like I said, heads up, we're gonna be covering we're gonna go into that. I don't know if we're gonna look at we might do that. You know what I'm saying? We might have to send out a little shout out to Garfield over there at the Dagger Squad and do some fair use on his video so I could we can look at some of what the Dr. Jam, some of what the Dr. Jam brother some of the introduction that he gave about what he's gonna say about fraud. And see if it's anything interesting to anybody on here. But other than that, we got any questions, any last minute questions before we wind this one down? Yeah, I've been pretty quiet today though. I guess we all was on reserve mode today. I guess too. Yeah, I'll save my story about how I learned about gaslighting too. What I've learned about gaslighting in the last couple of weeks there. So I guess that's we had a few new people. What was the brother's name from Charlotte, North Carolina? Denzel. Uh, well, Denzel, you know how we do. We here on Mondays and Tuesdays. Wait, Guthrie deleted all his videos? That's wild stuff, man. And so, Yeah, we gonna have to get into that tomorrow. We're gonna when or whenever's the next time you can come in. Uh, I need to ask you about that. Guthrie changed his stance, so I wonder what his stance is now. But yeah, what was his brother's name? Oh yeah, Denzel. So yeah, Denzel is down in the Charlotte area. You down there, Born Reality, Born Reality and King and all them brothers down there. Uh I guess if you come back on, we could get you in touch with the brothers. I don't know, what's your contact information or whatever, but you can see what it is. But wait, I thought Wesley was ducking Guthrie though. Yeah, we gotta come out. I see you keep opening the can of worms. I know how y'all people do. I'm about to get out of here. But Denzel, yeah, if you come back on, we're gonna we're gonna get you in touch with the people you need to get in touch with. Other than that, everybody do the each one teach one, hit the like button, and we'll be tuned back in tomorrow at 7 o'clock to cover we got a couple things to cover, man, because I think it's important to understand a little of that a lot about all the schools in the different states. Actually that was some information that we was compiling not too long ago. Because I don't know all of the schools. I would think I know most of them, but that's actually a good topic right there. But just in terms of what it is we doing with this knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and the in terms of the Michael Muhammad Knight, we say stuff like that all the time. You know what I mean? That we're not supposed to feed our meat to the dogs and cast our jewels amongst the swine. See, I took a psychology class. Gaslighting was my topic for an assignment revolving around my experiences. Not sure what you want to know. However, overall, it's manipulation.
Mm.
I mean, see, and this is why I never understood gaslighting, because I don't think I'm easily manipulated.
Word.
You see what I'm saying? And so to me, it just comes across as the person is lying. Like it just comes across like like it just comes across like, what the fuck are you talking about? That never happened. But I do think it's we need to pay attention to that. We need to pay attention to that because especially like look if you ever watch the Each One Teach One channel, you watch the Dagger Squad, any one of those channels, you see how important books become. They become more important over time. See, like right now, right? Very few people, the Almanac, I'm sure is one of the better selling books of all time. But even if you look on Sunyez's channel, right? Sunyez is an avid reader, right? Sunyez is reading at least 8 books simultaneously at all times, right? But ask him if he's read the Almanac, recently. You see what I mean? But if right now, if somebody had an Almanac, you know, we could think of, well, like I said, once again, we could deal with Encyclopedia Brown, right? Where, he researches things where there's not records kept in the same way that they have them in the Almanac. If he could just look up the Almanac from 8,000 years ago and see all the reality that existed, right? That probably would make things a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? So this person that's writing these books on us, right? Over time that passes, right? The body can't go past 6, but how long his publication is going to last? So, years and years from now, right? See, just by virtue that that's a book, right? This is what we've seen, at least so far, right? That in 100 years, I could become an anonymous person, right? Where anything that I did, anybody who, uh, had any type of growth and development based on anything I was saying, right? It's just, yeah, somebody, the wise brothers of the time, they taught this, I could easily become they, right? That person, yes, is lost to history who did that. Whoever did that, they never claimed it. But see, there'll still be somebody saying, according to Michael Muhammad Knight in his book, such and such, the 5% is this. And not for nothing, we've seen it a couple of times on here, man. We've seen it a couple of times, man. And listen, I hate to look, to me, this stuff is just obvious. I'm not making accusations, but listen, see, these people come around and they get treated like the holy baby. And what's funny? Somebody was just talking about that today, man. Where it's like, nah, see, man, See, I was the angel baby. I had to strike back. I had to fight my way through the gauntlet of nurses and cremators and wild beasts and all of that. I had to fight through all of that to get here. And see, some of these you want to treat them like the holy baby and just escort them. You want to escort them through all the gauntlet right here. Like, nah. Get back over here. And so see, that was from the jump. You can say I want some bullshit. You can say it's old motherfuckers. You can say whatever from the jump. When you walk through this motherfucker like a holy baby and shit, I don't like that. I don't like that shit one bit.
God, let me tell you, I appreciate that. You know what I mean, God? Because I might have just been under the wrong perception.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just worked hard this whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I appreciate you telling me that, for real, God. I don't want to be that. You know what I mean?
So see, that's why I seen from the jump with him. I'm talking about per se. You know, in general, with a lot of people, a lot of people, I see people come through, superstar. But see, I know who the holy baby and the angel baby is. I know about love, hell, and right. And I know about death, hell, and destruction. So there's that part. But at any rate, like I said, tomorrow we're gonna get a little bit more into that. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into the publication, like I said, that has the measurements from 120. I'm sure everybody would be interested. Once we remove the golden seal. Once we remove the golden seal and allow that knowledge to get out, we're sure everybody's going to want to get a copy of that. You know what I'm saying? So that you can say exactly what that refers to and where a person can go in order to do that research to see that it's right and exact. Other than that, we're gonna do our usual. Of course, if anybody got any topics that they think of, you can put that in the comment section of this video and we'll get to it tomorrow. In the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna sign off and say peace. Horrible thing is I've already turned into a pumpkin, so I'm not gonna be able to make the supermarket, but we'll make it work.